Welcome to Stories with Dice. This is the Dark Blue Sea, a Mutant Year Zero actual play podcast. If you're enjoying our actual plays, please subscribe to Stories with Dice so you'll never miss an episode. Don't forget to rate and review us. It really helps others discover the podcast. Follow us on social media to stay updated, share your thoughts, and join the conversation. You'll find the relevant links in the description of each episode.
Welcome back to another episode. We haven't quite figured out what that episode is, so insert episode here.
19.
It's 20.
It's our penultimate episode. So yes, I will do the usual. I'm joined by Marco, my wonderful co-host and excellent player.
Thanks.
Gee, well, you know, I've got to be nice to you, right?
You
Otherwise,
do, yes.
I'll be dying in the next game. That may well happen anyway. We have Douglas, Pete.
Hi there.
And Chris.
Hello.
There we go. That's everyone. I guess we'll get back to where we were. Time is a-fleeting. So, you all got into the rocket ship. You kind of crawled, where you kind of like bent down and went underneath into the ship through the small door. You could see 6 seats in the rocket facing upwards, sort of towards the ceiling, and there were some ladders. And as you kind of like walked in, you heard the sound, "Good evening, may I help you?" And you all turned and you saw a person in what looks like very sparkly looking clothes. It takes you a second to sort of like double take, and it's not a person at all. It is someone make a comprehend roll, please.
I think I have comprehend.
I was going to say, is this me?
I think it's probably going to be you. It's probably going to be you.
Yeah, I do not have comprehend.
But I think I might need to have push that.
Feel free. Excellent.
2 successes. Very nice.
Nice. 2 successes. This is a robot. For the rest of you, it's a metal person. You know that they are made of servers and electronic parts and all sorts. You read a book once, Yeti?
Yeah, the same book with the rocket ship in it.
Yeah.
My favorite book.
That's
I wonder why we lost that.
Don't
Yeah.
be silly. It's a person in plate mail armor. I've heard about this.
The person looks at you and says, "Is it time?
Time for what?
Time to make your way to Jotunheim?"
Where?
Jotunheim.
Does anybody know what the fuck this knight is talking about?
He looks you up and down, or she, or he. It looks you up and down and says, "You do not appear to be attired correctly."
Is there any chance at all with that having been a double success that I might have heard of this word before?
No, you have absolutely not heard that one.
They're not right for space. We need like a fish bowl on our heads or something.
What's wrong with my clothes?
Because you can't breathe in space.
Yeah, but we don't breathe water. We're not fish.
Why do we need a fishbowl on their heads?
The metal man has sort of like a kind of face. It doesn't have any expression or anything. It's kind of got what looks like an eyes and maybe a mouth, which doesn't seem to actually move. It doesn't seem to have ears or any kind of hair. And it kind of cocks its head sideways just a little bit as you're talking and says, "Have you been through in recruitment?"
Take your helmet off.
"I am not wearing a helmet, but you will require a helmet."
You are, of course, wearing a helmet. Don't be silly. Take it off so we can get a gander of your face.
"I am not wearing a helmet."
You are wearing a helmet.
"I am not wearing a helmet."
You are wearing a helmet.
Howard, this can go on for quite some time. The helmeted person takes a step forward and says, "Do you have authorization to be on here?"
Do you have authorization to be on here?
"Yes."
Show it to us.
The metal man kind of cocks his head sideways again. I'm having difficulty understanding the request.
Show us your authorization.
"I can show you my authorization." And it kind of wanders over to what looks like one of the keyboards and the sort of like flat screen that's on the side of the rocket, and it starts to tap away at the machine, and then he pulls his finger. He opens his sort of like finger out, and then unscrews it and puts the finger into like a hole in the computer terminal, and there's a bunch of whirring and stuff. You can feel sort of like a tremble start to happen, and you feel the sort of like the floor and the deck and everything start to just hum a bit more. And you can see all the computer terminals turning on. And then a voice, which sounds somewhat like your elder, says, "Welcome." And then it goes, "Who is that?" "That is one of the directors."
Where did that voice come from?
"That is the voice of one of the directors."
Where is this director? I can't see him. Is he in another room?
"No, it is a recording."
What does that mean?
It means that the voice has been synthesized, and then it kind of looks at you and says, "Someone is taking the words that they were saying and they've turned them into their voice."
They stole somebody else's words and voice?
Yes, you could call it that.
So is this voice authorization?
This is authorization, yes. 1 second. Please bear with me. And it continues to look at the screen. And there's loads of beeps and bloops and lights start coming on and everything starts to flash. The keyboard towards the top of you, so above your head, is sort of lighting up with lots of different colors. And you can still feel the sort of trembling around around your feet. And sort of, if you put your hand on the bulkhead, you can feel the tremble of there as well.
I don't like this place.
Me neither.
But there's so many great inventions here. I just don't know how to get to it.
See anything of use to us in here?
Like, those skeletons have some nice dig clothes on them.
No, they were kind of wearing sort of a mixed match of clothing that you've seen elsewhere. Some of them had some white sort of tops. Others had sort of blue and orange tops.
I'm going to go over to the metal man, the knight in dented, not shining armor, I'm imagining, and knock on his helmet with my knuckles. Hello in there.
The head sort of turns, and as you've got closer, you can see that where the kind of clothing is that goes up to his chin. You can see through his neck, and you can see sort of, instead of it being like a human neck or a mutant neck, it's got loads of servers and stuff in, and sort of you can see through it. There's cabling and stuff where his neck would be.
This is an abomination.
Don't make him mad, Caspian. He might be really strong.
He is some kind of devil. He has no flesh.
What I've said is just a machine.
Machines don't look like that. They don't speak.
He's a fancy machine. From the before times.
The before times are evil.
No, they were awesome, and we can be awesome again. Maybe he can work for us. He can probably carry a whole boat in one hand or something.
Cochrane, you, in your dealings with the lore keepers as a chronicler, have you heard of such a metallic thing, a being without flesh?
I hadn't even heard of a rocket until I saw that painting in the museum.
The metal man takes a step back and gestures towards the screen. On the screen, you can see the elder. She's your elder. She seems a lot younger.
Wow.
And she's sporting a white coat, much like you saw in some of the other people on some of the skeletons. The hair, instead of it being white, is sort of almost a dark black. And the hair's longer and more luscious. And she's sort of tying this sort of hair into a ponytail. And she says, "You want me to speak in there?" And she's pointing at the screen. And she says, "Oh, so do you want me to, so what is it you want me to say?" "Oh, okay, I can clearly." She looks up and she's nodding. She says, "Okay, yep, okay, sure." And she leans forward over the screen and then comes back with what looks like a board with lots of paper on. She sort of starts to flick through the papers and she says, "That's a lot of stuff. What's, oh, okay, it'll pick it up. I just need to do so." "Okay. Yeah, so if I say some of the words, then the computer will pick up the rest." "Okay, that's fine. Okay, I can start whenever." "Yep, whenever you're ready."
Who is she talking to?
I elbow Cochrane. She's reading. She's about to read, isn't she? There's words on the paper.
She's talking to us. Elder, we need to talk to her. Elder, can you see us through this window?
She doesn't seem to be taking any notice of you. The metal man kind of looks at you.
No, man, how do we get into the room behind here?
"There is nothing behind there. That is the bulkhead. It is a recording."
No, she's right there. I can see her through this window.
You can see that the elder is still continuing to chat. And then she starts reading things off of this board with paper. And she says, "Welcome." "What?" She says, "Okay, sorry, I'll get closer." She says, "Welcome. Please exit. Please mind the step." "What? Really? Floor 1. Floor 2. And she carries on doing that. She just starts talking random things, like she's reading like little short sentences out.
I don't like this. I don't like this.
The screen stops, and then another screen appears.
I elbow Cochrane again. I think it's the elder taught it to speak. That's what she was doing. She was teaching it the words. And when I say it, I point at the robot. It's look, that's what the elder did. I mean, she taught young stupid things. Only when it was our turn, she was already really old. But when she was younger and did bigger jobs, and in the before times when everything still worked, she could teach things like that, and that's why the metal box speaks to us.
These machines and all these words are the things that ended the world. We should have nothing to do with them.
Everything we have is from the before time. Even the ship is, the ark is. I mean, everything. Your nice fancy gun, my raincoat, everything.
Well, that's different.
The metal man says, "This is correct.
What is correct?
That this is from, as your colleague says, the before time."
I grow like half an inch. I'm right.
You are an abomination, metal man. Keep your metal mouth shut.
It doesn't say anything.
Every sound you make is the sound that ended the world.
It says nothing.
We should leave. This place is vile.
You can speak again. It's fine.
Bellman, does this rocket work?
Yes, of course it works.
Can this rocket take us to Maui?
It can, but it would need to go to its destination first and then return.
And this rocket also take us to Eden, he says with a roll of his eyes.
It depends on what you mean by Eden. There are multiple entries in my database to tell you what kind of Eden you request. Are you talking about Command Center Delta Eden? Are you talking about Eden as in Eden 837-6, which is Jotunheim Station?
Is that where the other elders went?
So Jotunheim is Eden.
The elders,
Is that another word
yes.
for Eden?
There are other elders there.
Okay, what do we need to go there? Do we need to dress up? You said. Is there a fancy dress? Is there? And I wonder what I would say for spacesuit here. Is there rocket travel things that we can wear, that we can go there?
Yes.
I want to go there.
There are.
There's no such thing as space. What is space? Space.
I tell you, it's where the rocket ship travels. It's like the sea for the rocket ship. And the stars are there too.
Stars are in the sky.
We saw it in
Yeah.
that picture, Caspian. It was
That's where.
black. Black as
You want to
like
go
the
into the
night.
sky like a bird.
With the rocket ship, yes, you can. That's what they're made for.
I don't see any wings on this contraption.
It's got fire coming out the backside. It doesn't need wings. I don't know quite how, but I've seen it. I tell you, in the book with the metal robots and with the ship that's fiery in the end and travels to the stars.
Sometimes when I eat those beans that we find, I have fire in the back end, but it doesn't let me fly.
The metal man. The metal man opens up like a door below him, and there is a round circular hatch, which has a ladder leading down. Yeah, that's going to be there for a while, isn't it, Marco? Oh, and that is the end of our podcast because we cannot continue. Yeah, yeah. So he basically points to this hatchway and says, "If you go below, there are suits for you to wear."
Let's try.
Are they
I want to go.
metal suits like the one you are wearing?
No, because I am not wearing a metal suit.
Yes, you are.
He is a metal suit. He isn't wearing it. He's it.
He says, "I will convince you." And then he starts to take the button off the top of his suit, and then he unzips the clothing that he's wearing, and he takes it off, and you can see that there's metal underneath him. And as he sort of takes the top part of it off, it's like an all-in-one kind of piece of clothing. You can see there are joins between the arms and the body, and you can see through the joins. There's loads of servers and stuff, and lots of cabling and other little bits that kind of whir when he moves his arm around. And he basically does the same thing as he takes them down past his midriff and drops the trousers, and you can see the same thing, but he's got very thin stick legs.
Now
And
take the metal off.
I do not have any metal to take off. This is my body. And he goes, tongue, tongue.
Yeah. Take the metal off.
Cannot, because I cannot.
Surely you can. I could take the skin off of Cochrane if I wanted to. He wouldn't like it, but I could if I had a knife.
Is there literally no room for a person left inside that sort of exoskeleton as it was?
I mean, it's massively unlikely.
He's clearly walking on stilts, moving the arms around with metal beams or something. This is a trick.
Why are you being so obstinate? Let's just go, and then once we're in Eden, everything will be revealed. Haven't I heard you talking about Eden all these years? And now that we've got the chance, you're like, meh, I don't believe it.
Yes, because
Come on, take a lead.
Eden is not up in the sky. There's nothing up in the sky but clouds and the moon.
How do you know?
Because I have common sense.
We saw the Elder, didn't we? They had an image of the Elder. She was here when she was young.
So where is this Eden that this contraption takes us to?
Up there. The first Eden no longer exists.
Where was that?
It basically kind of rattles off a bunch of numbers and letters. Well, it is replaced by the second Eden.
So you're saying Eden's gone?
Well, there are multiple.
Why?
Or there were. Why? Because and he kind of looks at you and says, the elders wanted to create new kinds of people.
Wait, like us? Or like you? Like both?
I imagine, like you. That did not go well.
Are you saying they destroyed the world?
Well, after the plague, there was a war, and after the war, there was another war, and then some of the elders went back to here, Earth, to try and repopulate it with people able to survive the blasted lands. But as far as I am aware, my database says that this did not happen.
Yeah. That's us. I pointed at each of us excitedly. Look, we've been surviving out there, and I guess they're the blasted lands, all right. I've eaten rot rats. I can eat rot rats. But that's not, I mean...
Okay, Moss, I was with you up to this point, but we did not come from space. I know that much for a fact. We survived because we've always been here. We've never not been here.
That is correct. We survived. We are the descendants of the survivors of the Great Calamity.
But the before times people, right? They didn't have bark or stings or antlers or powers like that, right? The elders were just really, peoply.
How do you know that?
The metal man says they kind of looked at you, created you. They call it genetic engineering. They engineered you, and then something failed, and then a second Eden was created when the first failed.
And that is where you want to take us to.
That is where the ship is prepared to go. The last of the survivors did not make it. I assumed that you were of those, but having now read your DNA, I can tell that you are these. And he kind of stops for a second as if he's computing something and says, mutant.
You read my what?
DNA. I scanned you to determine what you were made of.
You looked at us and you could just tell what we were made of.
Yes, but I need.
And you have this ability in your eyes?
No, it is on board the ship. And he basically points towards a bunch of now you're kind of looking around. Make a scout roll for me, please. Anyone who's looking around, feel free.
I don't know. I kind of want to shoot this guy.
Don't shoot him. He's supposed to take me to space.
I have 2 successes.
Okay. Anyone who's succeeded, yeah, you can see that behind you there is a faint blue light that is now kind of illuminating you, and it looks like it has gone up and down. In fact, it is just finishing. This light just finishes going past the back of Roach, and then the little scanning thing, the little kind of arm, or it looks like a little arm, kind of like retracts and then goes back into the wall of the ship.
I shoot it. It was trying to hurt Roach.
Okay, you turn around and you shoot it. Make a shoot roll for me, please.
That is, my God, that is 4 successes.
Nice. Okay, yeah, you turn around and what did you shoot it with? Is it
Assault rifle.
your assault rifle? Yeah, you turn around and you fire. Oh my God, it's loud in here. It's a very small enclosed room. There's a lot of like ringing in everyone's ears after you shoot, and the scanner sort of like explodes in little parts. It shorts out. Well, it looks like it's gone. It looks like it's gone into the hull.
Question. Where did the bullet go?
It is not bouncing around the room.
Though I do have 3 stunts, I could make it bounce around the room.
Okay, so it's not bouncing around the room.
If you want to, I mean, that's half the fun. Sure.
It is the penultimate episode.
I mean, let's
Do you want to still be Swiss cheese?
start as you mean to go on. I mean, why not?
I'm just kidding.
I'm not.
Evil bastard.
Because this is going to be dodge rolls, everyone.
Roach, you've been awful quiet. Though I
Yeah.
just saved your life from that blue beam of death.
Roach remains quiet, just stares at Caspian, with a look of slight anger, slight impressed, and slightly disconcerted as well.
Anger? I just saved your life, man, from that blue beam. It was going to steal your Dina.
Yeah, Dina. That's hilarious.
Well, photos steal your soul, so.
Caspian, make a scout roll.
I failed.
You failed. Okay. I'm kind of looking at this damaged piece of scanner or whatever the metal man called it, and just sort of looking up at it, and you can see that it's sort of like sparking a little bit, and you can notice there's a bunch of other types of scanners and various other things on the side of the hull. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Can you please make a scout roll? You can have an extra 2 dice.
I'm glad you say that.
Sure.
I need those.
Boss gets 2 dice.
Indeed.
There you go.
Okay, cool. That was 2 successes. Yeah, you basically realize just before it's about to happen that the robot is about to do something. It's almost like just out the corner of your eye, out of your eye, you can see all the servers and all the kind of like things tense, as if it's about to do something. What would you like to do?
Caspian, you're such an idiot duck. I don't think you like that. And I'm pretty sure that whatever the robot is going to do is going to, impact Caspian more than the others.
Okay.
So I'm not like trying to duck or something, but I'm trying to reach the robot nonetheless.
Okay, so Caspian is behind you. The robot is in front of you. You're standing next to Roach, and Cochrane is standing next to Caspian. Okay, what would you like to do to the robot? Just get in its way? I mean, what do you want to do?
Get in its way. Not necessarily like tackle it or something, but just sort of be there.
Okay, all right. Could you make a roll for me? Could you make a
Move, maybe?
make a force? Either force or fight, whichever you prefer. I mean, I know you're trying to fight, but you're trying to like get in the way and sort of like, just make a nuisance of yourself.
There you go. That's the
What
one
did you get?
success.
One success. Okay. So then the automaton does something. It then tries to get to Caspian. So I'm going to do this with a negative because you managed to get in the way. Okay. Right. Well, you try and get in the way of the robot, and it just pushes you aside as if you're nothing. I got 4 successes. It just pushes you out the way and then goes to grab the weapon out of Caspian's hand. Caspian,
Yes, sir.
before you know it, this metal man has literally come up behind you and is trying to grab the rifle that you've got in your hand. You can, by all means, make a dodge or a defense if you wish. So you can either you can fight or you can move, whichever you prefer. But it is going to try and grab this from you.
Where is he in relation to the muzzle?
So you're facing sort of half away. So the muzzle is probably not facing him. Well, I mean, if you wanted to sort of like, if you got more successes, you could probably do some stunts to kind of like get it in the right direction. Maybe you could do something like that.
Not likely with the amount of dice I'm going to be rolling. So I can roll move, you said, right?
Yeah, move or fight.
I will prefer to roll move. Sugar, honey, iced tea, I failed.
Right, let's see what I get. Oh my God.
You have to show me. You have to show me.
Oh my God. Just for the sheer fun of it. There we go.
Looks like one of my rolls.
A lot of dice you're rolling, Mr.
It is.
Game Master.
So it kind of goes to grab your rifle. You get to sort of like move the rifle out of the way. Neither of you get anything. It's just a bit of a tussle, but you're kind of like trying to like keep the gun away from it. It's like not quite getting what it needs to do. Right. So I guess Cochrane, it's down. It's you now.
I will turn to Roach and I'll be Roach, go get him, kill him, and inspire Roach to go kill the guy. Go get him, boy. So this is almost with as many dice as that guy. Because I've got my base of 5,
Okay.
skill of 3,
Sure.
plus 1 dice because I've got the counselor 1 if I help someone to do something, plus 2 on attack if I agitate someone. So that is 10 dice on inspire. So, and I will fail all of these rolls. That didn't work last
2
session.
successes. That's good. I mean,
I
so
failed
I guess
miserably in last session.
that leaves Roach. What is it you would like to do?
Two entire things for Pete.
No, this thing that I've never seen before, anything like it, is quite disconcerting. A machine that's like a living thing. But instinctively, I've been looking at for weeks points on it right from the start, especially when it took the clothing off.
Please, Roach, no, it can take us to Eden.
I'll just grab for the head and try and rip the head off of it. Or what
bare
I think
hands.
is head. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Why don't you make a fight roll?
2 successes.
Okay. Nice. Plus 2 extra successes. So nice. That's 4 successes. So what's the damage that you do?
Unarmed, I do 2.
Okay. So you can do another 3 on top of that. I'm just trying to think. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else you can do with your successes with fight. I think you can like push or do something like that with a stunt. Let me have a look.
I think you can push him over.
Yeah, I think you can inflict more damage. You can subdue. You can increase your initiative. You can knock or pull a weapon or another item from your opponent. Your opponent falls to the ground and is pushed back, for example, through a doorway or over a cliff. You hold the opponent in a grapple. He needs to successfully fight you to break free and can't perform any other actions. Or do you just want to like try and just rip its head off?
For now, I'm just trying to rip its head off because that's the way it's communicating with us. So I'm trying to.
That's fine. So that's going to be 5 damage that you're going to do. Let me just roll its armor. Oh, yeah, you get your head around its helmet and you give a good yank on the head. You feel sort of like something give and there's like a crack and a pop noise and you go to pull with all your might on this thing's head and it just kind of like makes a crunching, geary kind of sound on the neck area and you're now on it. It's standing up. It doesn't appear like you've done a huge amount to it. Okay, I guess that's your action god. Right. Caspian, what would you like to do?
Am I still essentially grappling with this thing?
No, neither of you have grappled. It's just
So I can shoot it.
you can, but there is now a roach on it. I mean, feel free. You go ahead. Just don't fail.
This is what I'm going to do because Caspian doesn't really understand what this thing is. He just firmly believes it's lying about Eden because he believes Eden is somewhere out on the water. So he doesn't know that this is not a living humanoid being. So he's going to try to use his parasite ability.
Okay, cool.
To steal one of its attributes. He's going to try to steal its agility. So I'm going to waste a mutant point here.
Well, I mean, that's what happens. And you realize that it doesn't seem to affect it in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah. So then when that happens, he like steps back for a minute. He's totally freaked out. He's totally freaked out now. He just he takes a step back and he's like, this thing is not alive.
All right. You take a step back in shock. Guess Moss. No. Cochrane.
On Roach, rip his head off. Blood. But the blood gods. This is 2 again.
2 more successes. Excellent. Unfortunately, it is its go in the meantime. It kind of says, get off of me, and then tries to grapple you.
I'm like shouting, it's a demon! It's not alive!
It's a machine and it's taking us to Eden. Only now if you make him mad he won't, so don't.
Tell you he is a demon of the old world.
He's a servant. He used to be a servant of the Elder.
That is a lie. Say that again and I shall shoot you as well.
Give pictures of her. You know that's not a lie.
Well, while you're busy shouting, Pete, did you want to make a fight roll? And you can have +2 to your fight roll.
If this is to defend, I get a +2 with one of my talents anyway.
Also, you're going to get a +4.
That's nice.
My God, that is a lot of dice. That is a lot of dice for no success.
That is. I think that's called statistically impossible. But
Yeah.
I didn't think your name was Douglas.
Yeah. Maybe I should go out and buy a lottery ticket.
Yeah, I think you should.
Yes, that's a lot of dice. Did you want to push that?
Yeah, I think I'd better.
Listeners, that was 14 dice.
I mean, it's just like re-rolling again.
Hey, you haven't got any damage on those 14 dice.
Okay.
4 successes.
4 successes. Okay. Yeah. The thing starts to sort of like struggle with you and you are completely outmatching it. It clearly, you've got the advantage on this thing. Somehow, I don't really know how, but you are kind of taking control of the grapple that's there and it can't break free from you. You've absolutely got it. Well, it's not happy and it can't do anything. It's just literally stepping around a couple of steps around the sort of like cockpit area, and it's kind of like trying to like grapple with you back. It's trying to like pull you off, but you're really stuck fast around its head, like yanking and pulling. Mars, you're next.
I really was hoping he would take us to Eden, but Roach is my friend and I don't want to hurt him either. He just needs to stop this. I hope that, I mean, and I know Roach could, snap me in half without trying very hard, but I try and get on his back to pull him away.
Okay. All right. Why don't you make a fight roll, and Roach, if you want to make a fight roll as well.
If it's Moss pulling me, once I realise that, I will not put up any resistance against it at all.
Okay, that's fine then.
Shouting out, Moss is under the spell of the demon.
So are you going to just let go of the robot, Roach, or are you going to just ignore, essentially, Moss?
Yeah, if Moss is trying to pull me off, I'll let go of it.
Don't break the machine. Don't break the machine. He's the best machine I've ever seen. I want to learn how to build something like that, and then it can take us to Eden.
Okay, well, in that case, Roach, it's your turn. So you then let go of the metal man and take a step back. Anything you particularly want to do? Or
I'm just waiting to see if it dives at one of us again or tries to attack one of us again.
Okay, right. Well, it stops. Caspian, it's back to you. Roach and everyone else has now stepped away from it. It's on its own.
I'm going to shoot it, and I'm going to say to Moss, I'm sorry, Moss. This is the only way to free your mind from its evil influence.
I want to get in front of it. He cannot shoot my robot.
I mean, what can you do?
If she succeeds at a move roll, then I will like pull my weapon away, and I won't shoot.
I mean, she can't do anything yet, unfortunately. So
okay.
It's you.
Ouch. 2 successes.
Okay. Okay, yeah, you shoot at it. So I think it's a normal damage of 2. So it's 3 damage.
3 damage, yeah.
Okay, yeah, you shoot at it, and again, another loud rapport as the assault rifle goes off, and the bullet sort of thuds into its side, and something starts to leak out of it, and it turns to you as Moss, you start to kind of like go towards it, and it sort of clenches its fist, and this little thing comes out of its arm, and it sort of points it directly at you.
At me?
At you, yeah. Cochrane.
He's just pointing at Caspian?
Yeah, something's kind of come out of its forearm, which looks like the barrel of a gun of some sort.
Kill it!
Could I push Caspian out of the way of the gun?
Make a fight roll, please. Could you also make a move roll for me, please?
One success.
Okay. One success. Okay, that's fine. Right. As you do that, it shoots. And you mitigate one of those damages, one of those shots, and it gets you in the side.
Who, Cochrane or Castrin?
Cochrane instead. So Cochrane takes the shot for you. Could you take 4 damage?
I if it's 4 damage, I'm down to 0. I'm actually down to -2.
Okay, right. Well, in that case, that's a critical, my friend. Yeah. So there is a loud sort of like whoop noise as opposed to like a gunshot, and something hits Cochrane in the side of the head.
No!
Cochrane's head whips around and he flies into the bulkhead and drops to the floor, not moving.
I'm still right at the robot, aren't I? Sort of behind it
You
from where
are.
I pulled off Roach off it.
Yeah, you are correct.
I tackle the robot and tell it to stop. He's not holding a weapon or anything. Don't. You hit Cochrane. Well, no, stop it.
Okay, you shout and scream at it, and no. It doesn't seem to have any impact or anything to it. Roach.
I'm still stunned. I'm not sure what to do. Roach is just flat-footed. He's just stuck there, not sure what to do. Looking one way and the other.
Yeah, you're sort of like, oh my God, what do I do? What do I do? As the metal man raises the thing that is in his arms towards Caspian again.